how to use your mock exam results in IGCSE and A-level Business to improve your results. You've got your mock exam results in IGCSE or A-level Business, but what do these results mean? We are going to find out how accurate are mock exams in predicting your final IGCSE or A-level Business grades, how to use your mock exam results to improve your final grade in business, and how mock exams may influence your estimated grade if the exams are cancelled in 2021. Cambridge Business Essentials is dedicated to optimising your grades in Cambridge Business A-level and IGCSE. If it's your first time here, where have you been? I've been looking for you everywhere. Hit that subscribe button to stay updated, and remember to check out CAIEbusiness.com for a treasure trove of Cambridge business boosting resources. So, let's get started. How accurate are mock exams in predicting your final grade? Well, mock exams are not a precise benchmark of how you will do in your actual real-life business exam for a number of reasons. More than likely, you won't have studied all of the course, and you probably won't have studied as hard as you will do for the final exam. Even more importantly, if you're working hard and getting the right support, your exam technique should significantly improve between when you do your mock exam and when you do your final IGCSE or A-level. To find that specialist advice on each type of exam question in your A-level or IGCSE business exam, head to CAIEbusiness.com. All this means that generally, teachers would expect you to score one grade higher in your final exam compared to your mock exam result. So your mock exam result may not tell you exactly what you're going to get in your final exam, but it will give you the best possible indication of where your business exam performance level is at present. Therefore, it can be hugely useful in guiding your preparation and then improving your performance in your final business exam. So, how can you make the most of this mock exam result? Avoid denial. Use your result positively to motivate you to change your study habits and get additional support if you need it. Most schools will time their mock exams to make sure that there is enough time in the term to remedy the situation if you haven't done as well as you might have hoped. If your result isn't what you had hoped or planned for, use it as a wake-up call to make an actual change in your study habits and improve your exam performance. Many students go into the denial phase because, let's face it, it's difficult to change your study habits. And in fact, for most of us, it's a world of pain. You're doing the things that you don't want to have to do. The really boring stuff, reading the textbook, finding the bits that you don't know, making an exam timetable, all those terrible things. But it's one of those things, if you want to perform well, it's got to be done. And instead of finding excuses or blaming other people for why you didn't do so well, the bottom line is if you haven't performed that well in your mock exams, something has to change if you want to avoid the same kind of crushing disappointment in your final exams. You can also use your mock exam and the questions that you got right and wrong to really hone in and focus on where you need to improve. Look at your knowledge answers, and if the score that you got there is low, that means that you probably didn't study hard enough, or you haven't got a system in place for making sure that you learn all of the key concepts. Or it could be that you studied one area because you find it more interesting and you need to focus more on another area of the syllabus where you didn't do so well. So use your mock exam results as an opportunity to positively change and get study systems in place to systematically learn all of the key content and make sure you're prepared when that final exam comes around. Before you file away or lose your test, take a note of which questions you didn't perform so well in. This should be the focus of your exam technique going forward. Again, it's easy to go into denial and start to think, well, I'm just not so good in case study questions, or I don't know how to do evaluation questions, or I just don't get analysis and I don't know what to do. But help is at hand, and now is the time to reach out to get that extra support. You could ask your teacher, a friend who's particularly good at one type of question, and remember that there's tutorials and examples for each type of question at CAIEbusiness.com. So instead of ignoring the evidence that you need to improve on certain parts of exam technique, actually face the problem head on and focus on improving the questions that you find the most difficult. This will be the most productive way of improving your results. Even if you've done well in your mocks, always look for the areas where your exam technique or your subject knowledge is weakest and concentrate on improving these areas first, as this is where you've got the greatest potential to improve. Finally, there may be some of you thinking that because there is a chance the exams will be called off this year, this is 21 when I'm making this video by the way, that your mock exam is going to have a huge influence on your predicted grades, which will then become your final grade. Firstly, I don't think that the exams are going to be called off this year, although I did think that last year, but I really don't think it's going to happen this year. And secondly, Cambridge still haven't given any specific guidance to the schools on exactly how they want to see assessment from teachers that are going to lead to those predicted grades. So it's really going to be up to your teacher to decide what your predicted grades are, and they're unlikely to base their predicted grades solely on your mock exam result, especially if you had a bad mock exam result, but generally your progress in class is pretty good. Data from Research Matters, published by Cambridge Assessment in 2019, shows that teachers are actually more likely to overpredict your grades, so they're more likely to give you a higher grade than what you will actually achieve in the exam. Therefore, don't stress about what may or may not happen with predicted grades or whether the exam is going to happen or not, and focus on what you actually can proactively change. So, how you can use your mock exam results to improve your performance. Thank you for watching, and don't be shy. Comment, follow and subscribe, and head to CAIEbusiness.com to start taking positive action straight away based on your mock exam results. See you next time.